Okay, hi, I'm Babak, and I will actually present two projects today, but they are kind of related, so I will try to fit them into the 7 minutes. So a while ago, I wanted to see if there were any nice available jobs for me out there. So I went out to the web and started looking at LinkedIn and Arbetsförmedlingen, and I went to job aggregator sites like Monster and Careerbuilder, and I started to search. And after a while, I realized that it was a very annoying and time-consuming process, because none of the sites had all the jobs listed, so I had to go through all the sites to not make sure that I didn't miss anything. So I had to go to one site and type in a search word like, for example, software engineer, and I have to go to the next one and look, and I saw the same job ad several times. And I did have several search words as well, which added a lot of duplicate ads. So for example, if I search for machine learning at Careerjet, I get 35 results here in Sweden. And if I had data scientist as a word, search word as well, you can see here that there's lots of PhD works and senior mobile developer and a senior data scientist here at King in Malmö. So if I also search for data scientist, I will see the same. I will see the same job ad again, but not only that, I will also see the same job in duplicates because they were published in different sites. And when I did this like day after day and week after week, I became frustrated because it's a very simple thing, but it takes so much time. So I started to think how I wanted this to work. So I wanted one site where I could just type in the search phrases once, all the search phrases as well, and I would get the list of the available jobs, and I didn't want to see any duplicates like this one, and I only wanted to see the jobs that I haven't seen before at the top. So I started doing this thing that I called Careerify, because I don't have that much imagination, so I would name it something good. So the idea is that you log in, and when you log in, you get all the search phrases that you searched for before, and you get the list of all the available position for those search phrases. And I don't have a login, but I do have a drop-down. So if I load my search phrases, you can see that I search for machine learning and data analyst and product manager and things like that. So it takes all the search phrases and uses a third-party API to get all the available jobs. And it removes all the duplicates and put things that I haven't seen at the top. And I can add new search phrases, or if I want to filter out something. So you can see that this third one is for the search for machine learning here in Sweden. And if I filter out machine learning, it would become kind of simpler to see all the other jobs. So I used this a while, and it was very useful actually, because it saved lots of time compared to go to LinkedIn and Arbetsförmedlingen and Monster and all the other sites. But then I started to think, I'm kind of looking at this from the wrong angle, because I don't really want a list of available jobs. What I want is to find a job that I like at a company that's interesting and that shares the same values that I do. So, for example, I might want to work at a company that's kind of work with innovation and promote learning and development and things like that. And if I do want to work at a company like that and do want a job that I like, how will I know that from a list like this? So how do I know that, for example, working as software engineer at Axis is a job that's interesting and innovative, and it's you learn a lot and you develop and things like that? And I realized that I don't. I have to go and read the job ad, and I have to read about the company and try to figure out if it was a good fit for me. And this is actually very, very time consuming. So I started to think about the problem, and I also read a bit on the net about the problem. And I saw that I wasn't actually the only one having this issue. I found a couple of research about the area, both from Sweden and international researchers as well. And they made different surveys asking people, are you interested in changing job? And 70% said, yes, I'm interested or in the market for a new job. And they asked, how many of you are actively searching for a new job then? And only 10% said that they were searching for a new job. So out of the 70%, only 10% only search for a new job. So then they were asked, why aren't you searching for a new job? And the main reasons was that it's time consuming, it's difficult, and I don't know what to do next. So if I'm working at the graphical department in Sony and want to take the next step, I'm not sure what that step is. So I'm not searching for a new job for that reason, although I would want to change jobs. So I started to think how I wanted to address this problem. And I come from a machine learning background.
You will have to be quick now because you're 7 minutes past.
Sorry, so 30 more seconds. So I started with this site called Careerwi.se, and the idea here is that you will just upload your resume or cover letter, and Careerwi.se machine learning algorithm will look through your resume and try to find your preferences and match that against available jobs at companies that you might like. So it's like a dating app, but for your career instead.